Welcome to Senior Voices. I'm your host, Maricela Ferguson, and we have a very exciting program for you today. Our first and special guest is Danny Tekle, Program Manager for ADRC. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you, Maricela.
And when I say welcome, I mean welcome, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm very excited that you are our guest today. I wanted to start out, Danny, asking you a couple of questions, but first I wanted to ask you, for our viewers that don't know, we hear a lot of acronyms these days, IEP, SAC, DAAS, and now we have ADRC. Can you tell our viewers what is ADRC?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, Maricela. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. And so, yes, the ADRC is another acronym. It stands for Aging Disability Resource Connection. And just to give you a little brief history on the ADRC as it pertains to San Bernardino County, the ADRC really is, it's a core partnership with the county. So you have the Area Agency on Aging, which is Department of Aging and Adult Services, DAS. And then you have our county's designated independent living center, which is Rolling Start. So together, they make a core partnership that makes the ADRC, which is the Aging Disability Resource Connection. And ultimately, what we're designed to do is to empower and educate people with disabilities and seniors to achieve an independent life of their choice.
Let me ask you, Danny, real quick. Now, so is Rolling Start and ADRC the same program? I'm still not sure. Is it two entities or is it? Because the reason I'm asking is because at the Chromebook event, I saw brochures on CalFresh, on Rolling Start, and I was just wondering, some of the folks that were there actually were inquisitive also. They want to know.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So Rolling Start is 50% of the ADRC. So Rolling Start is the independent living service that makes up the IL side of the ADRC. So I know it's a little complicated, but just to conceptualize it, you just basically have a 50-50 partnership, and Rolling Start handles all the disability portion and DAS handles all the aging. So that's why when you were there, you saw we had fruit baskets, we had COVID-19 tests.
I was going to ask you about that. I saw that. I thought that was so cool because their Chromebooks are being distributed. And then a lot of the seniors were there. And of course, a lot of folks with disabilities attended also. And they were so excited because they didn't expect that. They didn't expect the brochures, the grape baskets, the COVID tests. You know, they still have to get in line, believe it or not. Not everyone has health care and you have to make an appointment. It is a struggle. It's a struggle. So when I saw that, yeah, tell us more about that.
Yes, ma'am. So you're 100% correct. And that's the beauty behind the ADRC is that we can pull all our resources together and we can address all the issues. Again, like you said, a lot of people don't have healthcare, but we're able to get the COVID-19 test from the county. We had a plethora of tests, so we were able to put that, and able to distribute those along with the Chromebooks. We do have a benefits coordinator, a part-time benefits coordinator that works for Rolling Start that can enroll people in CalFresh.
Oh, now you see, I didn't know that either. That's wonderful. I know that one of the folks, I think he said that his son was mildly autistic, legally blind, and he was saying that the son had caught a cold or something like to that effect. Sure. And again, you got to make an appointment, you got to do things. And I said, oh, ask them if you can get one or two of the COVID test boxes, and everyone was so sure, take two here. Everyone was so great. The people skills, the compassion at that event was awesome.
Well, thank you so much. And to, I special thank you to you as well, Maricela. It was a pleasant surprise to see you. You brought some water, you brought your crew with you, and you helped us actually get some people signed up and received Chromebooks that day who weren't pre-registered.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're supposed to do. Go seniors. Yes. I wanted to ask you now, for folks that don't know, you're doing this Chromebook rollout, but what are the requirements? Some ask, like, is it young? Is it old? Who qualifies?
Yeah. So to receive the Chromebook, We just ask that you self-identify as someone who has a disability and or be a senior. And you have to live in the city, live in San Bernardino County. And we don't ask for any verification on a disability. We just ask that you self-identify as someone with a disability. We have a short survey online. It's a 5-minute survey. We just ask a few demographic questions, your need for the Chromebook, if you have internet, and if you need it. If you live in a rural area, we can actually set up a hotspot for you and pay for it for 1 year.
Now, I explain the hotspot. Now, is the hotspot, is that like a tower or what is that? What do you mean a hotspot?
Right, so it's a hotspot. It's for individuals who can't receive internet service due to living in a rural area, so it allows them to access the internet.
Oh, wonderful. The reason I'm asking because, if it wasn't for our crew here at the Rialto Network, I'd be scrambling too. I did read an article recently where they were providing a hotspot for some students, and they actually rolled a bus into a neighborhood, and it seemed like a certain radius, I think it was, that everyone could get internet. And I thought, whoa, and the bus parks and it just stays there. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? It's a school.
That's amazing.
Well, why can't we do that? Why can't we have a ADRC or a rolling start van just pull up and say 5-mile radius, everybody gets internet. Woo!
That's something to look into. That would be awesome.
Well, pick up a pencil and whoop, take
yeah,
a
absolutely.
note.
Taking notes on that.
Take a note. I wanted to ask you now, we've talked a little bit about the requirements. How do you get the funding? Did somebody write a grant or where did the money come from?
Great question. Again, so the money came from CDA, California Department of Aging. We were able to
CDA, another acronym.
Yeah, another acronym, right? So many acronyms. Yes.
And what is CDA?
California Department of Aging.
Oh, California Department of Aging. Okay.
Yeah, so it's how we received our funding. So it's through the CARES Act fund.
Oh.
We were able to purchase the Chromebooks through the CARES Act fund. The county is the one who actually made the purchase. And we specifically chose the Chromebooks because they have a lot of accessibility features in them for individuals maybe who can't see as well, or maybe have some issues with hearing. The Chromebooks have them already installed in them. So that's why we really went with Chromebooks, because it really helped address a lot of the issues that our consumers deal with.
Wow. Awesome. Now, I did, I did attend the event, and are you guys going to, is anything else going to be happening? Do you have any other upcoming events like that? Because I thought, whoa, that's wonderful. I want to keep spreading the word.
Sure. Thank you so much. So we are in talks of doing some more events. You can check out our website. Everything will be available there. It's at adrc.sbcounty.gov. And then also Rolling Start's website at rollingstart.com. We'll have all the information there. We have our flyers there where you can just click on a link and fill out the survey, which will then go to our special projects coordinator to find out if you're eligible to receive it.
I wanted to also surprise you with a couple of folks that received Chromebooks, and they're so excited. They wanted to share with you how they're using their Chromebook.
Amazing. Yes, I would love to see it.
Hi, I'm Doug. I'll be using my Chromebook for personal emails and my banking account.
Hi, I'm Tom. I just got my new Chromebook. Want to practice reading and learning how to work the internet.
Aló, buenos días. Mi nombre es Rosa y vengo a darles las gracias por haberme regalado esta computadora, que me voy a enseñar a usarla y para poder hacer mis llamadas con el doctor o de lo que vaya necesitando para usarla.
Hola, buenos días, soy Tere. Aquí tengo mi computadora que me gané, me la regalaron para pagar mis biles, hacer mis citas de doctor y muchísimas gracias.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I'll be using our Chromebook to do research for the plants that we oversee in our gardens.
Hi, I'm Roxanne, and I got my new Chrome notebook. Now I can pay my bills online. They're never late. I can research on the internet. I can do my emails, stay in touch with my sisters, my kids, and my mom. It's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. I also wanted to mention, Danny, there are some folks that were not available for the video clip. I wanted to share with you real quick some comments from them.
Okay.
Rosa is struggling. She was one of the folks that went to the Chromebook rollout. Rosa is using the Chromebook to practice her English. So her granddaughter helped her download for English learners. So that is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Valeriana does not know how to read or write. And her son downloaded an app for her also. And she is 80 years old. She is going to learn to read and write. I'm so excited for her. I met her probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And I was speaking to her, not knowing, I don't ask those kind of questions. I was at the Rialto Senior Center. And I just said, well, can you sign in? Because we need to have verification of the folks that we come in contact. And she said, disculpe, yo no puedo leer, no puedo escribir. I cannot read, I cannot write.
Right.
And I was like, oh, no big deal, I'll do it for you. But it always stayed on my mind. What can we do to help the senior to help empower and educate? And that's so much like what you were saying earlier about ADRC and Rolling Start, to educate and to empower. Beatriz just had a birthday. She received a Chromebook, and she is saying that her daughter moved out of state, and with her phone, she can only make and take phone calls. But now we're going to show her how to use the FaceTime on her Chromebook, her laptop, and she'll be able to see her daughter and the grandkids that she has never seen before.
Wow.
This is so empowering. I think that sometimes we don't realize just how wonderful this project is with the Chromebook. And last, we have Sarah. Sarah has been diagnosed with early onset memory loss. And so we're going to download some memory games, some brain games for her to help a little bit to slow down the prognosis. And that is what the Chromebook rollout, the effect it has had. It is so powerful. And we want to thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And thank you for sharing these stories. I will definitely take it back to the organization. It's stories like this that motivate us to keep going. I have a special place in my heart for the city of Rialto. Specifically, I grew up in Rialto. I attended Eisenhower High School. I don't know if I told you, just a couple minutes from where we held the event. So it was a pleasure, and it was gratifying to be doing that there to serve the community.
Awesome. Blossom. I love that. I love it. Okay. I want to also ask you, tell us a little bit about ADRC Rolling Start. How do they connect? What kind of do your specialists reach out for mental health services? Yes,
ma'am. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I failed to mention earlier, one of our partners is actually 211, 211 Inland SoCal United Way. And they're our entry point to our ADRC, meaning whenever a consumer is in crisis or just needs services, they call 211 or call the ADRC number, which is on our website. They are met with 2 specialists who are our entry points. They do the assessment, and from there they do the referrals. So if someone is in crisis, they are AIR certified. They're able to refer the individuals to services they need. And that includes mental health, short-term service coordination.
And what about transportation? Any assistance with transportation?
We are in talks with different organizations right now. We do have Omnitrans as part of our advisory committee. We do have, again, different entities we're speaking with to try to help individuals get rides to doctor's appointments and things like that.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. As a matter of fact, that is what Clifton, another senior, said with his Chromebook. He is able to do the video conference, teleconference, is that what we say, video conference with the doctor.
Yes.
He is thrilled to death. Oh my goodness. So our viewers that are listening, they can reach out to your program at Rolling Start for any disability and aging questions, connections, resources. Is that true?
That is correct. That is correct. We do have the number listed on our website. And also, if they want to receive services, they can also just dial 211 on their phone, and it'll connect them to a specialist.
Thank you. Can you tell us real quick, what is the number that they should call? I
Yeah,
don't have it hard for you right now.
sure. I got the number. So the number is 1-833-372-2372.
Excellent.
then-
I'm going to write it down, but I'm going to make sure that it shows for our viewers.
Okay,
One more time. Thank you.
sure. It's 1-833-372-2372.
Excellent. I've got it down.
And it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. So
Wow. 365?
365.
I'm just playing with you. That's just the old in me. You see that this is real. You know, Danny, it was so nice having you on the show with us today. And will you come back?
Absolutely. Like I said, it was my pleasure for being here. Thank you so much. And thank you for all that you did for helping us during the event, bringing your energy, helping us coordinate it as well, getting people signed up. And also would like to acknowledge my staff who were there along with me, who really get all the credit for this event. We have our office manager, Christopher Solis. He's the one that reached out and was posting flyers throughout the community and talking to the consumers and setting that up. Natasha Henderson's our special projects coordinator. She's the one, really controlling and coordinating this whole digital divide program. So I'm really grateful to have her and all the other Rolling Start staff who were there. David Aguilera, he was there speaking, our Spanish speaking IL specialist. We had Kathy there, our benefits coordinator. So together, we were able to make this a successful event. So I appreciate all of them.
Well, and I have to say, you're absolutely right. Thank you for the reaching out to the Spanish speaking community. It takes a village. And I also want to say, even for Chris Solis, he was fabulous. And it really goes to show something. This gentleman was walking throughout the community. It had to be 102 degrees.
Absolutely.
During his lunch break, mind you, he went out to post on garage doors the flyers to get the word out. Because the fact is that not everyone is online. Not everyone does social media. Guess what? You have to actually knock on doors, put flyers out, and that's what he did. And additionally, the day of the event, he put out a cart. And I mean, this was like from 11 to 1 o'clock. So, it was blooming hot.
Yeah.
And again, because he has that technology, he was able to do a hot spot. He was able to do a hot spot. And, but without that hot spot, we would not have been able to hook up our Chromebooks, and he would not have been able to input because he was actually taking applications on site. I mean, it was a very well-oiled machine.
It was.
I was like, whoa. I wanted to say, now that you mentioned it, I need to send a shout out to the senior volunteers at iHelp IE serving seniors, because they tried to stay in the clubhouse because it was kind of hot. Okay, but it was burning up. But yeah, they brought water. They were servicing people. We had a couple of volunteers still calling. They were calling, texting, and saying, you know what, don't be late. They were wonderful.
Yeah, they were. Everybody was absolutely wonderful. It was nice to see everybody, to give some fist pumps and some waves, just to see the consumers and see the smiles on their faces.
Oh,
Gratifying.
I'm still smiling about it. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Danny. Please come back.
I will, Maricela. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We want to thank our guests, and we hope that you enjoyed the panel discussion and that you found it informative and empowering. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.